a little less than a decade of my life that I've been dealing with acne. The hormones that were off last year were perfect this year. It's on you to advocate for yourself because these people don't care. February of this year. Good morning. I'm trying really hard to have you know, all this energy right now, but this is day 3 of being sick. I have felt like a truck hit me and ran me over 3 times. Anyways, hello. I've had this like video idea for a while. Hello and welcome back. I have no idea when you're watching this because I have a lot of videos in queue to go through. Ew, I just started going through my hair and like I'm fully like shedding so hard. I really wanted to look all cute and shower and do my hair and this and that, and I was like, you know what, like this is me, this is how I am right now. Not feeling 10 out of 10, so I put on a headband and I called it a day. This is literally the outfit I was in all day yesterday, the outfit I slept in. Feeling frozen right now. The second we're done this, I'm putting on my robe. Yeah, I'm just doing unwell, but let's get right to the video. So I wanted to do this for a little bit and I never really knew when to do it, and I've just been so go and so busy, but I thought now that I'm pretty much at home for the next few days, I can finally do this challenge. So for the next week, today is Tuesday, December 3rd, until next Monday, that wraps up like 7 full days. Every single day starting today, we've already started the challenge, I will not be doing any skincare and not be wearing any makeup. My skin has come a long way. We'll do zoom in later. After Japan, it was pretty bad and it's recovered. I'm so proud of where my skin is right now and how it looks. And I do find that my skincare currently works really well in hydrating my skin, soothing my skin, and I do love skincare. The more I'm talking, the more my chest hurts. This is the most I've talked, by the way, the last 3 days. Give me a sec. I don't think a 30-step skincare routine is necessary. I have like 2, 3, morning, night, we're done. But there are a few people in my life that I know for sure hardly wear makeup and they don't do their skincare. They just wash their face with water, take their makeup off, go to bed. And they look incredible, they have amazing skin. And I was like, wait, like maybe they're onto something. Obviously, everyone's skin is different. How my skin is different than someone else's because of so many things. It's not just a product. Like there's so many things that are a part of it, which is why in the first place dealing with any kind of skin problem, acne, is so difficult to go to like a doctor because they don't even know where to start. Is it hormones? Is it genetics? Is it lifestyle? Is it a like something you're eating? Is it like an allergy? Is it a specific product? Is it it's like so many different things that it could be that it's really hard. Is it a lack of sleep? Is it your stress? Is it anxiety? Is it a mix of 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those? Like it's so hard to pinpoint what it is. So this week, especially since I'm already just home this week and I don't really have much going on, I thought it would be a great time to like allocate to film this. So today is day 1. Woke up this morning, I just splashed my face with water and that's kind of like all I did. Right now my skin feels a little tight. It did feel a little like smooth and a little greasy from last night because like yesterday I did my skincare during the day, but that was my last day of doing skincare yesterday. So this morning I woke up, I just splashed lukewarm water, wiped it, and that was it. I want to see how it goes. Today is day 1, Tuesday, December 3rd. Welcome. So I want to do a close-up of my skin. I want to show you my skin right now. Here is my skin right now from both sides. I want to show you everything. My skin has come a long way. Every time I do close-ups like this, I show you the before and after. I want to show you some snippets of my skin before in the last few months, in the last year. It has come such a long way. I've worked really hard on my skin, and all of this has been, I haven't used anything like medicated. I haven't taken anything. It's all just been clocking in, you know, my skin has felt like a full-time job. I've been clocked in. Okay, so here we go. Like it is to the touch, it is so smooth, y'all. I have a lot of redness from blemishes and scarring, which is very normal considering I did have really bad acne. So that's not really like my issue. Like it is something I want to work on removing, and I have a few appointments in the coming weeks. So whether it's laser, some kind of treatment, I want to minimize that redness. But in terms of active acne and the texture of my skin, I'm so proud. Like nothing major. Like this redness is just very smooth. This is just this side, same thing, very smooth and very proud. I have a few little bumpy spots here. I think it's just like remains of what there was, like something that was there before. I'm really happy with my skin right now. Really happy with my current routine with it, with my skincare. I have been constantly ongoing since really taking matters in my own hands a year and a bit ago. have seen so much change and benefit and change and improvement in my skin. Obviously more to go. I still every now will get a pimple here and there, but every time I do a video like this, I say how like a pimple here or there does not compare to having full-on breakouts, which is what I did have. So I'll take a pimple here and there compared to what I had before. And I personally am not willing to, I've talked about this before maybe, when it comes to my skin, I want to find a balance in my life, which is really hard for me. I have a really hard time finding balance, sticking to it. Like that discipline is really hard for me. So I need to definitely work on that in terms of like a lot of things in my life. But I'm not willing to remove full food groups. I've had a few girls reach out. They're like, oh my goodness, I removed gluten and dairy and meat products and my skin was amazing. And I'm like, that to me sounds like my nightmare lifestyle. I don't want to do that. That's not sustainable. Maybe for a week I can try it as like a test, but then what? Like it's not, y'all have been talking too much. I haven't talked this much in like 3 days. I'm like my throat. So with my skin, everything I've done has been very much just like a treatments, skincare, lifestyle changes, supplements, partially dietary changes in terms of my PCOS diet, aiming for a higher protein, higher fat, lower carb diet. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but here is day one. I feel fine. I woke up and I was like, oh, I feel like I need to cleanse my skin. Like I felt a little like oily from yesterday and it felt a little tight. I wanted to moisturize it. Now I've been up for like an hour. I feel fine. So I will report back throughout the day or maybe later at night. We'll see how it goes, or maybe like once a day, every single day the next week. But yes, welcome back to another video. Let's do this little experiment, see how my skin goes. If you're dealing with acne, struggling with your skin, trust me, it does get better. And skin is complicated. Skin is really difficult. Our lives are already so busy, so don't put so much pressure on yourself about your skin as well. Try and focus on things that are good for you for your skin and do those every single day. But you can only do so much, and I would recommend like don't overdo it. So don't try and do all these billion products to fix your skin or all these billions of treatments. Like I know people that just do too much at once. Like be gentle, one thing at a time. Definitely go consult an esthetician, talk to friends. But even that, talking to people can be sometimes too much. You're getting all this like information, but just trust me that if you're working on it, you really want it to get better and you're working on a better you, it will get better. Like I'm sitting like this now, and the girl that had this kind of skin would be crying right now knowing that I have this skin right now. First thing I do every morning is like look at my skin. So I get it. Like I feel like that will just never really go away. But yeah, just remember that things will get better. That's all I've got to say. Enough of this little emotional TED talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow when we do a skin check. Hey, so my battery's about to die, but quick day one update. I said I'll see you tomorrow, but I wanted to just do an update on today. I haven't felt weird or dry or oily. My skin to the touch feels amazing and smooth and like normal. I really thought it would feel dry or feel not clean, but I honestly feel great in my skin. So doing a full body shower today, no skincare. I'll just rinse my face, no cleanser, nothing, and we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It's day 2 out of 7 of no skincare and no makeup this week. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling tired. I just got up. Yeah, I told you yesterday I am sick, so this week is like I don't have anything exciting going on. Welcome back to day 3 out of 7 of no skincare, no makeup for a week. Here we are. My skin feels so good, honestly. I am still a little scared of just potentially any breakout or anything happening, but I am like so proud. Like look at that. It is just like so smooth. It does feel a little dull and dry, and it's just like dry climate, and I am sick, so I feel like I just look a little dull overall, but I am like really happy with how everything looks. Hello, it's day 4 out of 7 of no skincare, no makeup, and today, believe it or not, okay, I can't catch a break this week. I was moving in bed, tossing around in bed this morning, like 8 a.m. I was ready to get up. I move around, something snapped, something pulled. I currently cannot move my neck, cannot move my head. Like this is as much movement as I can do. I'm in so much pain, just like the pain is like traveling. It's mainly in between like my shoulder blades, like upper back area, and it's like tight to my neck. I just got up from my position, like my sitting position, to go to the bathroom, and that hurt. Everything hurts. I'm like doing stuff without really moving my neck. Like when I'm on my phone, I'm not moving my head. I'm just moving my phone up and like looking at my moving my eyes around. Anyways, I'm in so much pain. I got an 8 p.m. massage tonight. So this vlog, I don't know what's going on. I've been like sick this whole week. Today, at least, I feel much better. In terms of my skin, let me move in a little bit. I can't really move too much. I just splashed some water this morning and here I am. I'm so happy with my skin. It's actually doing so good. I think once again, any redness you see, it's just like from past blemishes, past acne, discoloration. This isn't like, none of this is like new breakouts. This area here, it's a little bumpy because I mentioned yesterday, the day before, I was just picking at that area. I thought it was like a blackhead that I could easily extract. It wasn't, and I made it worse, and now it's like bumpy and red. Otherwise, my skin is great. I did notice slightly like a little pimple here, but it's very smooth. It's almost like gone now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how my skin is doing. Day 4. Wow. I'm actually in so much pain. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna cut this short because it's day 6 out of 7, no skincare, no makeup, and skin is literally thriving. Like, I'm shook at how good everything is. And I look horrible. I literally cannot move my neck. But I want to do a quick update. I'll update more in a few days. And welcome back to the last full day of no skincare and no makeup. Today is day 7 out of 7 and we are done the challenge, okay? I think I'm gonna do a recap video maybe tomorrow. I wanna see like, I'm actually gonna start implementing my skincare tomorrow. I'll tell you how I'm gonna continue with this moving forward. I'm just curious to see what's gonna happen to my skin. But anyways, today's day 7 out of 7. My skin is looking wonderful. It is smooth to the touch. Didn't break out this week, which is great. I felt really good. There were days when I felt a little dry, dehydrated, but then I'm like, is it withdrawal from products or is it just genuinely dryness because Calgary is so dry and it's winter and all that? But yeah, day 7 out of 7, feeling amazing. Let's do a little close-up skincare check and then I have to head out and I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, I want to show you because I did this at the beginning, so I want to show you, I want to compare. This is day 7. Nothing major, like this redness is like neck. Yeah, all right, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. So let's do a wrap up on the week journey of no makeup, no skincare. Last night actually, so yesterday was day 7, we completed it. I went to bed at like 2 a.m., which was technically already today and past the challenge. And I did my skincare. I used my cleansing oil, cleanser, moisturizer. This morning I cleansed and moisturized. I was just wondering how my skin would be. What I noticed last night is the other nights I would just like splash my face with water and go to bed. Last night I obviously cleansed and did my skincare and stuff, and before going to bed my face was so red, and I think it's because of potentially like the application of the skincare because it's like hot and steamy in the bathroom and I'm like, you know, moving around. But I was like, I don't know if this is a good reaction or a bad reaction, but here is my skin this morning. Let's get close up, okay? I have like some like texture here, but I had that earlier too. I felt so good doing that, and I wanted to wrap up this video and I wanted to chat about everything I've done so far in the last, not ever, because there's a lot of things I've done and I've tried, in the last year and a bit that kind of like I think transformed my skin. Oh my god, there was like this meme. It was like, I'm afraid of like my man going through my phone because of the hidden photos, like all the progress photos. So first of all, in my phone I have a lot of progress photos. Don't take my phone. And I have a lot of videos of me crying. Don't want to talk about it. But I also have a lot of skin photos. Let me show you some here. February 17th, this was this year, okay? February of this year. And here's my face now. Excuse me. This year, oh my god, that chemical peel I did, the Perfect Derma peel, did me so right. My skin was perfect. But yeah, that's literally my whole camera roll. Yesterday, actually, while I was showering, I realized that this year has been the first year in my life that I've had more good skin months than bad skin months. In past years, 2023, 2022, 2021, my university days, it was not that. It was mainly just ongoing bad skin. Like I didn't have a single good skin day. Let's chat a little bit about it. So I've had acne for not as long as I can remember, but like as long as I can remember in my young adult like life. End of high school is when I started getting really, really bad. Even before in high school, I had like acne and stuff, but I vividly remember like end of high school, university. University didn't help because wasn't really too educated on skincare and on skin or anything. So I was just doing whatever, trying a bunch of stuff. I couldn't really afford getting kind of treatments and stuff like that with like a part-time job that I worked once a week. And I was super stressed out all the time, super anxious. I remember when I was studying, I would like lean my face on my hands and my hands wouldn't be like the cleanest, or I would pick my skin a lot. So like obviously that would reflect on my skin. I just wasn't doing well. I felt really happy, and like looking back, like, you know, even in university, like I felt good and had a lot of fun moments and I was happy, but like that stress and this just the stress of school is not really, it's just not fun, you know? I'm not chasing that stress ever again in my life. And then after graduating in 2021, I started seeing a local esthetician, Saima at Freya, and she was incredible. She educated me a lot on my skin and she was super kind and patient with me. You know, we did a lot of stuff. So we did every month, every few weeks, microdermabrasions, extractions, peels, hydrating facials. Like she had like a whole recipe kind of like plan for me, which was amazing. I did that a lot. I remember leaving out of there looking like a clown every single time. But anyways, I kept going there. I was really regular because I knew you had to be regular to see any kind of results and stuff. I did take a pause. I was like, my job out of university was like, I mean, tangent, but like so low paid, like my first full-time job, that like, I was like, girl, like just because you're making full-time income, like you're not making much at all. Like you can't be out here like every month doing all these treatments and stuff. Like who do you think you are, type of thing. And you know, I was living the life I wanted. And anyways, but yeah, so I stopped going to her because it was just like a price thing. I was like, no, I can't really like justify it. And then my skin, yeah, never really like got better. All those, you saw those photos, like my skin was just kind of like that for a really, really long time. And I remember last year in April or March or April, so like a year and a bit ago, I was about to lose my benefits from work because I was leaving my 9-to-5, about to be self-employed, no longer having benefits. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go see a naturopath. I'm gonna go get acupuncture done. I'm gonna go talk to my doctor. I'm gonna exhaust every possible option while I have benefits for my skin, so that once I lose my benefits, I've done all these appointments, I've learned from all these people, I can hopefully transfer my skin in the next like year. This was me like a year and a half ago. And I went to see a naturopath that at the time my employer, like my manager, suggested. Saw her twice. She was incredible. She was really great to talk to, and I saw her twice. She was very expensive, so like I couldn't go more than twice, but the 2 times was enough. And a naturopath isn't the kind of thing you like continue go see. I guess like depends on what you're dealing with, but for me, she was like, well, I'm giving you the tools. We've talked about all this. You've done all this blood work, like that I told you this and this, and now it's just a matter of like you managing it. Like, she told me to come in every now and then, like every few months, to kind of like check up. Never did. Once again, like I said, it's quite pricey, but yeah, so I saw a naturopath and she was like, here's what we're gonna do. She talked to me about just like the, you know, like proper diet and stuff, which are things that like I'm aware of, just like eating a lot of vegetables, higher protein, this and this. So once again, like, yeah, like things that you know. I also talked to her about like my history with my eating disorder and all of that, and we were discussing how for me like cutting food out wasn't an option. I wasn't about to cut out dairy and gluten and whatever to have clear skin, and she was like, no problem, like no one's perfect. If you'd rather have a pimple or two and, you know, like not cut out whole food groups, that makes me happy because that's like a good plan for you. So she was very understanding and great to talk to. But anyways, she, you know, we talked about a bunch of stuff, and she did suggest I get a certain like blood work done. And here's the thing, okay? She was like, when you take this to your doctor, I would say maybe don't even say you saw a naturopath, because the second doctors hear naturopath, they're just like done, like they don't want to talk to you. And I was like, that's kind of crazy, but all right, like I trust you. So I booked 2 different appointments at my doctor's office. My doctor was away for vacation, but I was like, I need to start doing these things before my benefits run out, and I just like need to be on it right now. So I saw one doctor. First like I sit down, and he's like, what can I do for you? Doesn't even make eye contact. He was literally such a, to be honest, like If he was my family doctor, I don't even know. I like hated him. From the second, he literally made me cry in this appointment. Anyways, and I was telling him about my skin and history with my skin. I'm trying to like talk to him about me because he doesn't really know me. He's not my doctor. He was like, yeah, if you're here for acne, I can't really do much about that. It's either birth control or Accutane. And I think you have PCOS, so there you go. And I was like, okay, like, can we please look into it? He's like, no, there's no tests to be done. We're not gonna do anything. And I was like, okay, like, this is the appointment. And then I mentioned, oh, is there any way I can get some blood work done, a blood panel? Like, I like to do it every year. Can we get a few specific things like checked out, like these things? And I listed a few. He's like, how do you know it? Like, why those? Like, who told you that? And I should have just been like, oh, Google or TikTok. But I'm like, even me saying Google or TikTok, I feel like he would be like, the fuck? Like, no, like, I'm not listening to what Google told you or TikTok told you. And that's just the way he was talking to me. He was so rude. And I think this is like a very universal experience with the family doctor, which is so sad. Not all of them. Obviously, my current family doctor is like the best woman out there. She's amazing. But he was like, this is like a rambly exit, but I just like want you to be I want you to know, like, dealing with skin and healing your skin, you have to advocate for yourself. You have to do this for yourself, because these doctors, people, professionals, they're either just not going to listen, they don't care, or there will be people that do care, but it's on you to really make a change. Whatever it is we want to change in your life, it's on you to advocate for yourself, because these people don't care. But yeah, I was like, a naturopath. Like, I was just like ready to break down and get out of there. And he was like, no, I can't do that. Like, I don't listen to what a naturopath tells me, something like that. He said something so sassy, and I was like, okay, like, wow, my naturopath was right. Like, these doctors are not receptive at all. He was like, okay, like, what can I do for you today? I was like, nothing. Like, I'll just wait for my family doctor. He's like, yeah, it's a good idea. Walked away. Didn't even say bye, have a great day. And then I was like, you know what? Let me book one more appointment before my doctor comes back with another doctor. Same thing. I go in, it's a woman, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna hear me out. A girly. Hopefully she's like a lot more receptive. She seems like really sweet. Nope. Same experience. She's like, nope, I refuse to listen to you. Like, I refuse to do what a naturopath is telling you to do. She didn't say that refuse, but she was like, nope, I'm not doing that. Wait for your family doctor. She knows you best. She knows your history. I'm not gonna do this. Like, all I can do is prescribe you Accutane or birth control. And I was like, oh my God. To me, it's crazy how easily they prescribe these very intense medications. I know they're normalized. I know they help. I'm not saying they don't. That can have a lot of like impact on your body, both positive and very negative, have a lot of negative like symptoms as well. And they're just giving it out like candy. Like, this doctor was refusing to listen to me, clearly saying they don't know me, but they're willing to just give me this. I'm like, you don't even know me, but you're giving me this like really strong medication. I booked another appointment with my family doctor once she was back, because at this point I had gotten nowhere. I talked to her and I told her I wanted to get a full blood panel. I wanted to get certain hormones tested, certain things tested. For some of the things, she was like, I don't think that's too useful, but you know what? Let's do it. Like, you want to get it done? Let's do it. I want you to be like, feel good. She is like the kindest person ever, because like, she gave me a reason as to like, she's like, this thing might not be indicative of anything, might not indicate you having anything, but let's try it out because you want to, peace of mind kind of thing, whatever. Angel human. So when you go see a doctor for whatever it is, in this case, I'm talking about acne and skin and stuff, you're gonna have to advocate for yourself so hard, and you're gonna have to stand up for yourself, because these doctors, the easiest thing to do is write a prescription. Like, that is easy. It's hard to get to know someone and to want to help them and to understand their journey, understand their life. My doctor, I fully opened up to her. I was like crying in there. Like, I was like, I am literally like begging for help type of thing. So I got some blood work done and everything looked okay except the ratio. At this time, I had only seen a naturopath, and I had just started doing green peels, like these chemical peels, at a local esthetician here. So chemical peels have been honestly so incredible. If there's one thing that I recommend someone with like acne do, is chemical peels. Obviously, I'm not an esthetician, so like, I don't know your skin. Talk to an esthetician and see if it's a good fit. But I love chemical peels. Throughout this journey, that's the one thing that's been very like consistent-ish. I haven't gotten one since like the summer, but I've been really like happy with my skin. But anyways, I love chemical peels. So this time I started doing these chemical peels called a green peel. It's like a natural chemical peel. It doesn't use like salicylic acid, this and that. It's like a natural peel, and like it burns and stings, and my skin was red, but it improved the glow and the texture of my skin so well. And it's also something I did like regularly. It wasn't just like a one and done. And that's very important to note. You have to find someone you trust, someone that gets a good look at your skin, and someone who you can see yourself seeing regularly, kind of like a therapist, kind of like a doctor. You don't want to like go to someone once and you're like, you know what, I'm done. Or like, obviously take some time to find that person. So definitely do consults with different estheticians if that's the route you're taking. Anyway, so I'm doing these chemical peels every month or so. And at this time I'm getting the blood work done as well. And my doctor's like, yep, okay, everything looks great. She likes to read things out loud. She's like, blah, 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 blah. And then she found the ratio between these two specific hormones. I think it was like LH and FSH or LSH. Obviously, I don't remember. Honestly, it was a year ago, and I'm too lazy to pull up my like health record thing. But these two specific hormones were off. And she was like, this could indicate that you do have PCOS, but to be sure, why don't we do an ultrasound? At this point, she had already suspected that PCOS because of, I think, like the lower belly pouch, the extra, like insane amount of facial hair I have and hair just all over my body, just telling her about like other things and stuff. So I went to do an ultrasound, and the ultrasound came back. She was like, yep, you definitely have PCOS because you have a lot of cysts on your ovaries. She was like, yeah, like you have PCOS. And she was like, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think you can manage it like on your own, because I told her like my symptoms, like for me, the acne was a really big problem, and like my weight and stuff, but a lot of that is lifestyle choices. And she was like, I don't think you need to be put on birth control. She's incredible. She's so just like smart and educated. She was like, yeah, I don't think you need to be put on birth control unless you're trying to get pregnant or you're struggling with that, and you can come back. I can refer you to a specialist. But so yeah, at this point, at least I got a diagnosis, and it felt like I don't want to have PCOS. It's not like I don't want to live with PCOS, but it was good knowing what it was. At this point, I'm getting these chemical peels done. I'm also taking supplements from my naturopath. So vitamin D, vitamin C every single day, that's standard. I started taking a supplement called NAC, and then I also started taking berberine, which now that I'm seeing on TikTok, berberine is so popular for PCOS. I had no idea. And like I took it regularly. I didn't really see a difference, but at the same time, I felt good in my body. I wasn't really gaining weight, even though I was like, I was mindful, but I wasn't like so strict and disciplined with like diet and stuff. And my skin was starting to clear up and I was feeling better. So I'm like, maybe that shit did work. I took berberine like twice. I refilled, like I like bought it, repurchased it once or twice. Then I stopped for a while. I actually have some upstairs. I'm gonna start taking it again. Anyways, at this time, saw a naturopath. I was getting green peels done. I was taking these supplements, and I had just gotten my blood work and everything done. So that's a lot of things to be doing, but that's what I'm saying is like you have to want this so bad and to advocate for yourself, like because doctors aren't going to listen to you and they're going to prescribe. If you want a prescription, that's what you want, that's your journey. That's not the journey I wanted for myself. Anyway, so yeah, I have PCOS. I talked to my naturopath about it, and she, yeah, I don't remember what we talked about, but supplements, this and that. At this point, I'm getting my chemical peels done, and the esthetician doing my peels, she was like, have you ever tried acupuncture? She told me she had some like issue with her hormones and her, I forgot what it was, something specific, and acupuncture really helped her. And I was like, oh no, I've never thought about it. I mean, I've thought about it, I've just never really like considered it or knew that it could be beneficial to me. So I went to the acupuncturist, I don't know how you call it, Amy, who I still like see to this day. She recommended me to her. She was like, you know what, just like if you want to try it. We talked about acupuncture for a bit. This is where acupuncture enters the chat. Meanwhile, I'm still doing the green peel. I'm still, you know, taking all these supplements. I'm trying to read up, learn more about PCOS, trying to improve just like my day-to-day, my like routine, this and that. And now acupuncture enters the chat. At this time, I'm still employed, so I still have benefits, which was really great. So I saw Amy. We talked about just my skin. She saw everything. We did an initial consultation, exam. I was literally crying in there. I think it's just because like I have been dealing with this at this point last year when I'm talking to you about this, I was 25, 26. So this has been like probably like a little less than a decade of my life that I've been dealing with acne. So every time I would talk about it and just like where do I even start type of thing, I would just start crying because I'm like, oh my God, I've been dealing with this for so long. And at one point, yes, it was the physical thing. Like I didn't like how it looked. I didn't feel confident, but it was also like frustrating. Like, what is my body trying to tell me? Why is it like this? Like, what can I do to make my life easier, to make my body just like happier? Because something is going on. Like my body isn't happy with something. I'm so congested. Sorry, I'm like cold. I'm still getting over a cold. I mean, you watched the vlog. I was so sick when I started this day one journey. But yeah, so at this point I'm doing all this. I start getting acupuncture. She was like, okay, you'll have to come in I forgot what it was, every few weeks, back to back to back. The first few sessions will be more frequent, then we're gonna space it out. So I saw Amy like 5 times in the span of, I don't even know what, relatively short span, like from April until end of May or whatever, like, because I wanted to use up my benefits. And she said the first few have to be kind of like closer together. I don't really know what to expect. I trusted her. I let her do her thing. And she was like, keep an eye out. When you next get your period, let me know how it goes. So I'm out with my cousin, with Elena, with Nicolina. We're going to Invermere. Invermere vlog might be down here somewhere. We're not plugging in that vlog right now. I'm sorry. It was a little brand trip. It was very exciting. And we're headed out. We're driving. And I just go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I got my period. Usually I would know I'm kind of getting my period because my like chest is sore. A little bit of lower stomach ache. I can kind of feel when I get my period, like it's just like just down there, everything is stuck. I'm feeling it. And I'm like, what? I didn't feel a single thing. You know, I go to the bathroom, put my pad on, whatever. And then I realized that day, the next day, the third day, which is usually the first day and then the second day, are just kind of like achy and stomach ache and this and that and painful. I felt nothing. It didn't even feel like I had a period. Like I felt so normal. And I have never, in how many years of having a period, at that point I was 26, so like 15 years of having a period, I've never experienced it like that easily. That easy. Was that painless, I guess I want to say. Like I felt nothing and I was like, oh my goodness, like I have to tell Amy. So anyway, so acupuncture, I was like, okay, maybe it's working because like I've never felt this way before and I've been having a period for 15 years. At this time, my benefits were starting to run out. So I continued to go to acupuncture just kind of on my own, out of pocket, because I like really saw something in it and it was really helping me. I was still getting the green peels, the chemical peels done, which I stopped getting in August. Not because I wanted to, I don't want to get into that story, but yeah. So I stopped seeing the esthetician. I stopped getting green peels in like August. I was seeing Amy a little less because I was like, well, okay, now it's out of pocket and I feel great. And I'm like, my skin is doing a lot better and I'm happier. So I was going just like not as frequent as I used to. And yeah, I was like traveling, living it up, having a great summer. I was traveling so much. And I was really worried about like my skin having a freak out because I was traveling, I was eating whatever and drinking and this and that. But like, I remember like last year, like my skin, let me actually see, I wonder what my skin was like. It was around 6 months that like I actually started to see a difference. So here's my skin like November, which is what, like 6 months after doing all this. And I did not have active acne. My skin felt so glowy, so smooth. But I remember being like, oh, okay, like it was about 6 months after I started everything. So even with all this, I'm doing all this and I'm starting to feel discouraged because like my skin is getting better, but it's still not 100%. And I did get a few other treatments, facials here and there. I kind of forgot exactly what, like microdermabrasion, I got some extractions done, this and that. So these treatments definitely did help, but you have to be consistent with all that stuff and it is pricey. So it's not like, you know, what else did I do? Supplements. So that is the journey, all right? This is like last year and now we're in 2024 this year. Like I said, this year I've had more good skin months than bad skin months, and I have not been to acupuncture that many times. I did a few acupuncture facials and acupuncture with Amy this year. I've done a few facials here and there, and I did the perfect derma peel with Nadine and Glasskin laser. That was quite the experience. I did vlog the whole experience if you're curious about that intense facial, but it definitely did me right. Like my skin felt like new skin, like my old skin just like shed. I have been consistent with my supplements. I stopped taking NAC and berberine just because like I kind of ran out of them and I was like, I wonder if I stop, will I be okay? And I'm gonna reintroduce berberine again because I've just been looking into it a lot and like it seems like it's a great supplement for PCOS. But a year from this year, I went to my doctor again. I wanted to follow up on the blood work. I'm like, okay, like I've done a few things here and there. Has anything really helped? I got blood work done. Everything was perfect. The hormones that were off last year were perfect this year. Life is hard, especially like life as a woman in the woman's body, hormones, skin, this and that. it's so hard. Being a woman is literally a full-time job. But yeah, I wanted to go over just kind of like my journey, everything I've done. Right now, I have a very consistent, good skincare routine. I love the skincare routine I have right now. And doing this challenge was honestly great because for a big part of my life, like a lot of people around me haven't used skincare and their skin looks amazing. And that's why I thought this week, let me just try and do this thing. Wait, did I wrap up but I wanted to kind of like literally go over everything I've done. I think that is everything I've done for my skin. I'm just kind of jumping all over the place here. If I think of something, I will like insert in the video or like comment it or something, but like that is like a lot of things that I've done. All of it has been natural. That's been my focus. And whoever's listening to this, watching this, I just want you to know like there is a way out. Like the skin I have today, Yana a year ago will be crying looking at me, like my skin right now. There is a way out. Whatever it is you do, do it because it makes sense for you, not because someone forced you into it or because you think like there's no other way. There is another way. If the way you're doing right now isn't like working, you have to advocate for yourself, but trust me, you will get better. At the end of the day, it's just skin. And like I said, at one point for me, it was like, you know what? Yes, I don't like how this looks, but I'm just like tired of what is my body trying to tell me? Like something is off. So try and think of it that way. Like what is my body trying to tell me? What can I do for my body every single day to make it happy? And hopefully that reflects on just like all over, not just like your skin. Anyway, no more rambling. But yeah, the week of no skincare was amazing. I like honestly loved it. I thought my skin would flake and be dry and not be happy and this and this. My skin was so happy. But the thing is, like, I love skincare and I love how moisturizer feels and toner. Like, I don't think I can fully quit it, but I think my plan is 4 days where I'm not wearing makeup, not too out and about, not sweaty, splash of water, go to bed, I'm good to go. Days of today, like, I am gonna be a little bit more active today. I'm filming some videos later. I'm gonna do a makeup. I'm going to wanna like take it off tonight. So that is the conclusion, I think, of my 7-day oh, what the hell's going on? 7-day challenge of no makeup, no skincare. That's a wrap. But here's the skin. Even just looking at this viewfinder, I can't believe this is my skin and I can't believe I'm saying these words right now. Like I never thought I would get here. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below any questions you have, anything you want me to talk about. I know I've seen some comments about like the skin stuff in other videos. So hopefully whoever commented that, you get to see this. This is helpful. I don't know how to end this off. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe. Okay, that's enough. Bye.